Hi again, guys, and listen, I'm kind of freaking out. I saw something the other day that just flipped my worldview upside down, inside out, and did the hokey pokey with it. Something that just hurt to look at, but I couldn't tear my eyes away no matter how hard I tried to do so. Not even sticking a crowbar in the sockets to rip them outward. It was like my eyeballs had suddenly become made out of steel. And the thing I'm talking about is, of course, a picture of an unplugged TV just minding its own business, sitting upside down inside a toilet. This picture was actually just one of many weird bathroom images, conveniently collected in a single Twitter moment, and they all made me laugh and stuff. Listen, I am physically incapable of explaining to you how my sense of humor has evolved and or devolved, depending on who you ask, to this point. At the moment, I am essentially a walking corpse who will laugh at a man saying he's late to work in the most normal way possible. But the thing to take away from this is that these pictures of bathrooms spoke to me and made me laugh, so I'm going to make a full 10-minute video about them, and y'all are stuck with me through the whole thing. But before that, and most of you already know it's coming, it's time for a plug! I'm really trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and we're cutting it really close, but I'm gonna try anyways because I have no brain cells left to lose if I fail. So if you're new and enjoying the video so far, it would be much appreciated if you click that subscribe button. I will not forget this deed you've done for me on this day if you choose to go through with breaking the subscribe button's spine. So together, let us crawl through the series of images in the Twitter moment entitled, "What's the weirdest thing you found in a boy's bathroom?" and have some thoughtful discussion about it. And when I say have thoughtful discussion about it, I of course mean show the funny haha image on screen and try to make my own funny joke about it to varying degrees of success, depending on who you are, and you guys just have to sit there and take it. The cover image of this Twitter moment I just hate by default, and it was clearly designed to be unsatisfying to look at, but I refuse to fall into this trap in this one specific instance. Instead, I'm going to turn my attention to the age-old debate of which way do you face the toilet paper roll when you put a new one in. Listen, I don't need to tell you that impaling your roll of toilet paper isn't good for your butt, because you already know that. But the correct answer to the debate is that the toilet paper should come out on the side closest to you. If it is behind the roll closer to the wall instead, it's just more inconvenient to reach. It just doesn't make any sense in any reality, and you are an absolute disgrace if you disagree. I will not tolerate the promotion of such blasphemous ideas in my Minecraft server if I ever have one.
We're not there yet, but we might be eventually.
Now, the actual trend on Twitter apparently got started by one Jody Grace making this tweet. "Ladies, what's the weirdest thing you've ever found in a boy's bathroom? Allow me to start." Attached to that tweet was a picture of two other things attached to each other that God never intended to come together. Some monster out there used masking tape to turn his plunger and hairbrush into one enormous slight towards the heavens.
His fate has been sealed.
I really do want to examine the logic here, though. Like, is he using the brush for the purpose of actually brushing his hair? Because from where it looks like it is in this picture, that seems like less than a sanitary option, but go off, I guess. Why he was compelled to tape it to a plunger specifically, I'm still not sure. My best guess is that there wasn't enough room on the space surrounding the sink or in general in the bathroom, so for the sake of ergonomics, he just taped the two appliances together and thought to himself, "Yes, I am now going to be crowned Time Persons of the Year for my revolutionary thinking," and then he left to go get Taco Bell or something. Another individual out there found the corpse of a murder victim in their bathroom apparently. But this killer was smart and was sure to dress up the skeleton in a shirt saying, "I enjoy vagina," in order to trick the people who find the body into thinking that it's actually still alive, to make them think it's just someone trying to find some good pussy to enjoy. Listen, to the person who posted this, you replied to your original tweet saying, "I seriously can't tell you how scary it is to be a little lit and walking down the dark hall and opening the bathroom door to be greeted by this. There is a reason you're feeling uneasy. You need to call the police." The dude who's always wearing the vagina shirt greeting you, that's not your roommate. That's a skeleton! A dead body! You need to get out of there before whoever put him there gets your ass too! Moving on and hoping that the person in the last scenario is able to escape their would-be killer, we have a slightly more practical appliance included in the next tweet. Please examine this image with me, as I'm going to need an extra pair of eyes or 7 to verify that what I think I'm seeing is indeed what I'm seeing. So the first thing you notice is the plunger. Duh, it's in the center of the image and it stands out in the white background, so your attention to it is drawn naturally. But there really isn't that much to it. It's just your standard shotgun plunger for shooting those pesky sewer demons that try to crawl up out of your toilet every now and then. You foreigners might not be familiar with those creatures, but we Americans keep ourselves well prepared for the odd ghost trying to fly up our anus. There's a reason they say you should keep a crucifix in every toilet in your house, you know. It's standard procedure for public restrooms. But that can't be just it. There has to be more to this image. Otherwise, it wouldn't have gotten posted in the Twitter moment of weird things people found in their bathrooms. And you know what? I think I found out just what it is. Look at that floor. Is that fucking carpet in a bathroom. That right there is just an r/crappy design top post. And just like that, we're in a Reddit video. But even so, I still don't think that's why this got included in the Twitter moment either, because that might not even be carpet. That could just be the weird texture of the floor. No, the real strange thing about this image is that ledge to the left. What the fuck is that entire multi-person sized hole in the wall doing there? Is it for resting stuff on? Because there's a lot of stray stuff laid there, like toilet paper, because apparently there's no rack to put it on in this bathroom. There's also a solo cup and whatever the fuck that white plastic thing in the background is. If the intended purpose of this ledge was to put stuff on it, it seems a bit big. To me, it seems more likely it's meant for a couple of homies to chill on and watch you to keep you company while you take a shit. It's a bit of a niche use for a product, but that makes the most sense to me out of what's been proposed so far. This next one seems like a bit of a strange decoration and not much else, but somebody found an empty turtle shell in the bathroom. It is a bit odd, but not as weird as that ledge in the last tweet. The next one is just a picture of a guy staring at you above the doorknob, and since the prompt was weirdest thing you found inside a bathroom, I'm gonna assume that's staring at you the whole time you're trying to get last night's dinner out of your stomach. At first, I thought it was a picture of Tupac, but then I realized I'm just fucking retarded. This next one I do have to applaud, because a lot of thought and planning had to go into its execution. It's something that not a lot of people would have even thought to even think about. Some genius out there who won't get just Times Person of the Year, but likely Person of the Decade, maybe even Person of the Century, has decked out their toilet space with sandwich supplies. This might seem like a funny little meme to the simple-minded of you, but you never know when the urge to have just a jelly sandwich is gonna strike. And most people never think about this, even though it's pretty obvious, but the prime time for hunger to strike is when you've made more room for more food. Even if this isn't a scientifically correct explanation, it just makes sense. The sandwich supplies are seated in a perfect place for quick and easy access after you've washed your hands to ensure that you are making a sandwich hygienically. This gets my seal of approval, which really doesn't mean much, but I'll give it anyways to try and be a nice guy about it. r/nice guys. I am still in the Reddit video. Good to know. This next one, I really don't understand why it's such a big deal. It's just common sense to me, but some guy took a hole in his wall and converted it into usable shelf space. The person who posted this tweet captioned the picture a shelf, but with a ... in between the two words. So we know she was definitely unsure of what she was looking at. But this is a prime example of turning a negative into a positive. Not only is this good for the environment, but it's also a good exercise in creating something out of destruction. The man repurposed a hole he punched in the wall while he was angry at losing 5 Smash Online games in a row into a place to put his shaving stuff. This next image I can't even justify as a joke. It's too cursed. There's physically no recovery for this one. Someone out there, multiple people probably if we're being honest, some likely inspired to do so by this image I'm about to show, have decided to use an orange as a toothbrush holder. Now, if there were some words to give context and somewhat cushion the blow of this tweet, then I might not have to categorize it as cursed, but the poster, LEM, had no words for this image. Much in the same fashion that I have no more to say about it either, other than to please kill me. I don't know why, but lobsters, both dead and alive, seem to have some hidden method of finding their way into water dispenser containers. And to clarify what I mean by water dispenser containers, I mean like bathtubs, sinks, showers, and stuff like that. Like more than one video in my cursed videos folder involves lobsters in these scenarios, and it turns out that this Twitter moment happens to as well. Why is there a lobster in the tub, she asks. Well, I want to ask, why is it suddenly the lobster who's out of place, huh? Why don't you ask, why is the tub keeping the lobster enclosed? Or, why are you in the bathroom poking the lobster with your foot while he's just trying to take a bath? Maybe you should look inwards before you try and go and question why other people are where they are. Here's the one that first forcefully brought me to my knees, making me kneel to its might, the good old TV on the toilet. I'm sure this question goes for essentially all of these scenarios, and I just told a girl off for asking this about a lobster in a tub, but your mind really does wonder how a nice TV like this ended up in a bathroom like this. A wonder of the modern world. Some poor individual found this broken fork in a bathroom, and I don't want to know what it's for. This one reminds me of the impaling the toilet paper roll the completely wrong way tweet, but in the exact opposite way. Like, let me just show you the image and you'll understand. This is quite honestly the greatest feat of human engineering we've ever managed to reach. Like, the accidental discovery of penicillin, the nuclear bomb, whatever, nothing is ever gonna be able to match up to this contraption. Whatever it is. I really don't know what it does. It looks like some sort of catapult that's supposed to be able to TP the neighbor's neighbor's house through the window that it's under. I found numerous people in this collection who found random pictures of memes in bathrooms, like the one of The Rock with the fanny pack just staring back at them, a couple other odd ones creeping around the corner. They weren't quite as standout as some of the other shit in this Twitter moment, but I think they do deserve an honorable mention before we cap this video off with one last weird thing in a toilet room. What I have for you all here today is another example of a person planning for what most don't. And for doing this, I must commend the people who have taken these preemptive steps. But unlike the last person we showcased doing this, they have gone the extra mile and not prepared just the bare necessities, but they have diversity. Went to look in the bathroom cupboard for toilet paper, and whoever occupies this bathroom is a living genius. Not only do they have food in their bathroom under the sink, but they have multiple types of food. Most importantly, they have off-brand Lucky Charms. And what more can you ask for in a bathroom? Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe. Like I said earlier, I'm really trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you're new and you enjoyed, it would be much appreciated if you hit that subscribe button. If you want to support the channel a little more directly, you can do so by clicking that join button next to the subscribe button and donating $5 a month to get things like custom badges and custom emotes. It's totally optional, but it helps out the channel, and it is much appreciated. If you want to check out any of my merch, you can go to kwiteshop.com. It's really good! I have a podcast with Wild Spartans and FPS Diesel called Lab Mouse. We upload 2 new episodes every week on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and we're up on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at Kwite and on Instagram at Kwite.png. Links to both of those in the description below. And lastly, I also have a Discord server. Link to that in the description as well if you're interested. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I will see you guys next time.